right, you're welcome to Real Estate Insights. My name is Oluwagbemiga Adekoya, and the essence of Real Estate Insight is to have knowledge around the real estate sector, most especially for those who doesn't have a deep insight about real estate. And our topic for today says the art of negotiation and closing deals. The art of negotiation and closing deals. You know, when you hear the word negotiation, you'll be thinking, me win and somebody else lose. But the truth about it is that everybody walk away with what they desire. And that's what negotiation should be like in terms of holistic clarity. And during the course of the training, your knowledge about negotiation should be able to change, and your thinking and your thought line towards negotiation should be about everyone around on the table of negotiation should work with what that seems to be their own intention. So, all right, let's start with this opening quote. The opening quote from John F. Kennedy, one of the presidents of the United States, says, "Never negotiate out of fear." When your state of mind is not okay, don't go to that table. So, and never fear to negotiate. And whenever you are not also feeling cool, be vulnerable and tell them, can we shift this decision making process to some other time? I don't think I'm in the right frame of thoughts. I don't think I'm in the right frame of mind. And then let's see how we can turn the table around for some other time. And you realize that when you sit around it. So, and we watch a clip about 3 different ideology of how negotiation should be done right. Like a guy in the library, and he has a different kind of papers on his table, and he doesn't want to open the window. A guy wants window for aeration, and they have to open the window from a different side, so that everybody, you get aeration, your paper will not, your paper will not. And then another one is cutting of cake. They said, oh, okay, we must get this cake in 50-50. Okay, if I cut the cake, the next person that didn't cut the cake will pick first. And then we have that of the children that says that, oh, both of them, they are fighting with just one orange. And then the father just cut it into 2 and give them one, drink the orange, throw up the peel, one, throw away the orange and use the half peel. Not knowing that if we could have a conversation between both of them, that could have made a meaningful difference, that everybody will get something that 100%. So what is negotiation? Negotiation is about finding a solution that leaves both sides happy without hurting relationship. Do you know that one of the greatest currency that is created on earth that is not formed by man is relationship? And whatever that we now value more, which is money, are things that are created by man. And the most important thing that we ought to value more is relationship. Because lastly, you realize that relationship is something that you can always carry on from one phase of your growth to another phase of your growth, that you will be so grateful that you grow along with. Why a simple definition from Google says negotiation is a discussion aimed at reaching an agreement. And you know, at the level of agreement, let me give an insight to, you know, most of the clients that will buy property from us, we ask that, I won't like to pay infrastructural fee. I just want to do investments. Oh, we now have to negotiate that. If you are just doing investments for just an appreciation value of the property, the person that will buy it from you that want to build will be the one that will pay that. That's a negotiation deal. Why on our part, we already understand that you are not interested in building. So we already also known that the person will be expecting the infrastructural cost from, because we knew that sometimes some of these locations that we'll go to, government may not come on time. It might be real estate development companies that assist government to foster or shift development to this kind of environment. And these are the things that we every day, as we even wake up every day, you started negotiating. So what are the 4 basic pillars of negotiation? Number 1 is the facts on both sides. Number 2, the interest of parties involved and the possible outcome. That's on number one, the fact. Why number two is, what is the principle that guides the standards and the available guideline to aid decision making in fairness? I'll give an instance for this principle. Imagine maybe a client wants to build a house, and then that client now said he wants his own foundation to be high, that so that when anybody enter like this, his house they will be seeing first, and he wants his roof to be like gable, very bold, so that when people are coming they see. Then you now tell him, sir, according to the rule of the estate, this is the standard that is. There should be a guideline that will not make customer to be angry with the builder, the professional builder. Why? We can also say, according to the rule of Lagos, according to the rule of Ogun, this is what is obtainable in this location, that you can, even according to the rule of the estate. Do you know that we have a rule in terms of, somebody will say, if I buy land, hope I can build what I want to build. We now negotiate again. We say, no matter what you want to build, maybe a ship building that is duplex, it will fall under duplex. We'll put you in duplex. Maybe a cano building that is bungalow, we'll put you, because we said high tide, innovation. So that makes them have a sense of, okay, these people they understand my own need. So let me go in with them. So then the reason or purpose. So now sometimes we ask ourselves, what are the options available based on individual side of interest? So we ask them, what is the purpose? What's the excess? Because look at, we said we are securing future space. We are not just selling land. And somebody wants to build now. Maybe somebody of age 45. We now go and sell motherland to that kind of customer. You already know that we've lost the negotiation already. So that's why at that point we don't do sales, we don't do marketing, we do advisory first before we allow you to make any buying decision. And I can tell you, this is one of the things that stands us out in the real estate sector, and you should keep watching out for the brand. So the number 4 says respect. Don't think it is only your own part of the negotiation that is the prime, that is the most important. Respect the other person in the negotiation table as well, because once you respect that other party's negotiation requirement as well, remember that you're trying to like keep a relationship flowing. You don't want to end that relationship. And like at that point, we always say we don't close deal. What we do, we open relationship. So, and that's why you realize that you negotiate to open a real relationship. You don't even negotiate to close a deal. So, and those are the things that we'll do differently. So now, what are the win-win-win negotiation strategies to close deals? What are the win-win negotiation strategies to close deals? Number 1, we say identify the interest of both parties. Number 2, have a clarity of issue. Clarity of issue. Number 1, identify both parties' interests. Have clarity of issue. Number 2, look for common ground. Number 3, look for common ground. Number 3. Number 4, find alternative means of meeting mutual interests. Because when you are coming to the table, you already have one way that you want to approach it. The other person too have his own way that he wants to approach it. But always come to the table with an alternative when both of the party will leave the table smiling, and will leave the table with an handshake. We leave the table to say, let's take a picture. We leave a table and we can still hug ourselves, because so that it won't get to the level don't hug me. So these are part of the things. And then number 5 say decide on a course of action and cement agreement. So you realize that until negotiation is completed, that's when agreement can come to play, because it is what we mutually negotiated that we understand on both parties is what we bring to book, and that's where both parties can now say, okay, a deal is now signed. So 5 negotiation style or type. Number 1, compromise negotiation. This is where you feel like, oh yeah, now what the parent did for the children. And let's cut it into two. Okay, that extra that is remaining, let's cut it into two for me and you. So, and that's what compromise negotiation means. Why coercion negotiation say this one relies on being dominant regardless of the consequence. And most of the time, when you come in with that mentality that you feel like you are the almighty formula, the other party will also say, I'm the damn formula. Both of us. Let me give you this illustration. There was a day we were coming out of the gym, and then one man is driving like this, another woman is driving like this. Both of them now block the road. The man say, I'm not reversing for you. The woman say, now here we go there. Do you know that they are both matured, both adults, not even young people now. They have to be begging both of them that kindly reverse for this. Even the man, I don't know what happened to him that day, but the funniest thing is, finally everybody now gather on the man and tell the man, reverse or I will less your tire. So the funniest thing is, do you know that negotiation was not totally fair? But the nature of humans, we believe that men must always succumb for the other gender. So sometimes we don't even have to take it too extra. We just have to like, oh, now that everybody is here, let me do what needs to be done. And that's the S aspect of the coercion. Why the next one is emotion negotiation. Thinking that if I can appeal to the feeling, I can gain more. No. On the table of negotiation, logic is more is more paid attention to than emotion. So don't come to negotiation table with emotions. Don't go and rob or bribe your clients that are just do it. You know, you are my uncle, brother, sister, without knowing what is about to put his money into. Let your uncle, brother, sister know that sir, don't buy this property for yourself. Buy it for the sake of your children, though. Or even if you put your name, know that maybe the children your children will give birth to, they will be the one that can inherit it from you. Then you can now tell him, you know, maybe you are trying to obey the rule of the Bible that say a generation will buy inheritance for generation to generation to come. So that you can use that to validate. You can use that to validate your emotional negotiation. So the next one say rational negotiation. So rational negotiation means making arguments of a point of view will change people's mind. No. Arguments will even worsen the negotiation, because if we look at, by the time one is raising his voice, I won't even hear what you are saying again. It's the noise in the voice that I will now start paying more attention to. So, and that's why we plead, when you're on a negotiation table, you know what they call bedroom voice. Let your voice be soothing in the sense that mirror the voice of the people on the table. If they are mild, be mild. You don't have to be making noise and shouting because you think by the time you shout, it will come into your own favor. That does not work too. So the last one say bargaining negotiation, and we call it the most beneficial, because using trade-off to align the parties involved. Sometimes, that was what I shared with Mr. David. I said sometimes a client will reach out to you and say, give me this deal. I'll give you more so and so. And if I give you that more so and so, you can now sell to those one as so. That like a fair bargain deal. And we said before any negotiation should take place, ensure a clear outcome. You already have a clear outcome in your mind and a bottom line. And that bottom line in the sense that I want this, but if I get this, I can still take it. This is what I want. That's the outcome. But this is my bottom line. So if I have this, I can still walk away with it. So now let's look at the recommendation. Number 1 says avoid one-sided negotiation deal. and embrace a win-win-win, threefold win deals in all parties involved. It's just a grammar. What we're just saying is make sure that everybody on that table go with their own intention and everybody is happy with whatever they've commit their resources on. So number 2 say prioritize and improve long-term relationship with every deal. Say if you make relationship building synergy your top priority at every deal, that is just the beginning of deal, because there are some spaces where you will not be in and people will be saying, man, if you do business with Ola, if Ola sell to you, just go and sleep. You don't have problem. Or if you buy from Adbon, they will be the one reaching out to you that allocation Tiberel. Now you can outside come and build. You will be the one to be running away that because you don't have money now to build. So and that is currently happening, and I'm very sure with time our villa owners will understand that we really want to grow with you from generation to generation. So number 3 say ask open-ended question to aid your decisions on the negotiation table. And those are kind of questions like, if I give you this, you can give me this, and you understand, so that make it clear, not a question of no and yes. So that the person will also have a thought line to speak expressively. So number 4 says develop your creative thinking on facts. I said something, emotion cannot work in negotiation, but logic, you must come in with your logic. And as they are asking you one question or the other, automatically you retrospect, you soak in all the information, and you simply make your decision on that table. Not like that when you now say, I want to go home. They will say, they might close the deal that if you can't make your decision now, and that's why you need that alternative during the course of the types. So then the last part says, learn to walk away if negotiation terms did not lean to the 4 pillars of facts, principle, reason. Reason can also be called purpose, can also be called motive, can also be called essence, and respect. Maybe respect for the brand. Sometimes when we're saying let's do something in an excellent execution way, let's allow our villa owners to have a sense of community project development. Let's allow customer, you have property in this place. Our project mission is a borderless. The moment you commit with us in any part of the world, any part of the space that is close to you, you have the right to put it to use. And I'm telling you, that will make a tremendous difference for Adbon Harvest and Home in the real estate sector. So our closing quote, which I would like you to pay attention to, says negotiation is not just something we do on who is winning. It's seeking solutions that satisfy the interests of both parties involved and to protect their long-term relationship. So I'm very sure that now you realize that on your table of negotiation, ensure that the reason why you are walking away when it doesn't hit your favor is because you want to protect the relationship. Because if I don't use one deal to damage relationship, we can still come back to do other deal. Are we there? Yeah, we can still come back to do other deal. If I walk away for 200,000 deal, do you know that we can still do 200 million deal? Because the person will say, I respect this person. That time, he didn't settle because of just 200,000. He said, maybe I may not be able to do this one, but if we have other projects that we can do together in the future, I don't mind if you also recommend me. So thank you very much. So our learning course says effective human functionality is found in an environment of continual learning with a supportive action drive for desired results. Thank you. And if you have any comments, you have questions, put it at the comment section below, and our team will reach out to you. Thank you very much. Do have a great day.